Marcel will not be here this afternoon. She's got some other duties to attend to, but she's here in spirit as always. And we generally, well, first of all, our two features this afternoon will be David Erdreich, and Nazelah Jamison. Hopefully Nazelah is on her way, probably maybe dealing with parking issues, etc. But in any event, we have a few open mic slots, and hopefully everybody's signed up. And we may do another round since we have a few people here. So you got material, you can share it now, and then probably have a chance to come back and share some more later. We generally start off with a ceremonial toast, and it's to the poets and to the success of poetry in Chinatown and throughout the Bay Area. So to that being said, we toast. Cheers. All right. Now, I do believe we're going to start off with maybe one or two open mics. It could probably take a little bit longer. We usually try to do about 3 to 4 minutes, but you can take a little bit longer, maybe about 5, 6 minutes. But we never know. More people may show up later. But in any event, we'll do that. And after you've read, we have pens here, felt tip pens. Some of them are metallic and glitter and neon and scented and whatnot. So anyway, you can certainly pick out your color of your choice. But that being said, I think we'll start off, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe Daniel is our first reader of the afternoon. And Daniel, please come to the stage and share us your poetic expressions.
What are the markers for?
Okay.
You mentioned markers?
Oh, yes, these pens. They're just little gifts after.
Participation prizes.
Yes, after you're done, you get a pen and you
Oh,
can take it home.
okay, great. Thank you.
Sure.
Hello. Thanks for coming. This is a dialogue. I'm ready to head out the door. You ready? Almost. Just give me a minute. Don't worry. The show's not till 8. Okay. I'll finish my chapter. I'm ready to leave now. Good. I'm almost finished too. Hang on a sec. All right, I'll use the toilet, just in case. See you in a minute. Take your time. I know how it can be in there. By the way, have you seen the crossword? Hi, here I am. Now we won't have to search for a bathroom later. I am raring to go. Me too. I just want to get one more word in the puzzle. Take your time. I'll sweep the kitchen. This one is called the George Floyd Pandemic Firestorm. Need to open all doors, hold open, brown rubber wedges, raise all windows, prop up random lengths of bare wood molding. Need fog to crash down Twin Peaks, a waterfall of clouds, blast across the city into windows and doors, fresh from the sea where fire cannot burn. Need to shave head, cut a vent in cranium, let all steam out. Need to unfold a newspaper, read a new story. Need to flare nostrils, take clear air into senses, down the back of throat into every alveoli in lungs. Need to expand ribs, expose heart to new perspectives, work hands on life's clays. Need to see into forest canopies, sparkling streams, listen to new languages, hear, don't yet understand. Need to clear throat for a song that rides an oscilloscope. Want to breathe. And this is my third poem. Tiny planet. Tiny planet, one day around in the middle of nowhere. What time eternity is, nobody knows. 8 billion spin around. Only heaven can know us all. We dance like wild horses, like dolphins, on crushing tectonics, beneath forest canopies, above the boneyards of the past. Tender arms embrace. Thank you. All right, beautiful. I think I'm sure I hey, is it a yellow one? Oh, perfect.
All right, thank you. All right. Next up on the list will be Uncle Lenny. Uncle Lenny G. Let's hear from Uncle Lenny G.
I'm Uncle Lenny G, sucker free, prisoner free. I'm the star of the show, Black Men, at the March, Monday Night March, December 2nd and 9th. March, M-A-R-S-H, Monday night. I'm gonna speak on a little things from the writer of that show, Belafonte. God got my back. God is my gun, protect me day and night. Obama, Obama, can you help a brother out? Brother in the hood, brothers in the lower bottoms. Obama, Obama, can you help a brother out? We just fallen, we just fell, and many of us can't get back up. Obama, Obama, can you help a brother out? Had your back, now it's time for some getting back. Obama, Obama, can you help a brother out? Job, respect, and reparation. Just a few, not just a few jobs. For every brother that makes it, 20 more left behind. 1 step forward and 20 steps back, that just ain't right. Obama, Obama, help a brother out. Let me see here, where's she at? We'll do this one. Head on the swivel, on the way to survive. Don't want to die. Overreaction is better than no reaction. One slip is all it takes to fall down and get back up and begin another day. Thank you.
feature is on her way, trying to find parking. We know that's always a challenge in this neighborhood. So I think we will do another feature, and then maybe another open mic, and then we'll see about features. But Elizabeth Bailey is on the list next. And
Thanks. Is that all right?
that's good.
Just a few little short ones here. So much to share. Our words fall all over ourselves and each other. Evolution. No take-backs, no do-overs, no bartering or trading. There are no pawn shops here. Here is involvement. Here is progress, change, and growth. On the beach with my family, I lie on a colorful towel, dig my toes down into the cold, wet sand. The sun pours down, heartful warmth. She lulls me into a deep, drunken drowse. Summer waves, white caps, foam and flurry. Children's voices plash the air. Heat rises from me in buoyant feeling, in rhythm of bliss. I remember to get my pen.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna do one more open mic, and then we'll have our first feature, and that's AJW. AJW. All right, come to the stage. Share your poetic expression.
Hello? Seats down here. This one here was check. Okay. This one, with English being my main language here, which is just a little thing you might call a pun, a play on words maybe, where you maybe move a letter around. And well, basically, if your spirit is restless, let it be restless. And I call that, this mental mind trip that we may be on, or maybe it's just me, but you're all figments of my imagination. I don't know what else to say about that. Where would that leave everybody else? But yeah, so we take the T out of there and we get the RIP, which I'm not sure what that is, if it's the opposite of restless, because we might, refer to that as rest in peace, but we can refer to it as about anything. So what I refer to it as just kind of hanging on, riding the line, because This one was pretty much derived in a trip that I was on, and well, before I knew it, everything was ripped up around me. So I'm not sure what that means, but if you take the T out of the tripping, then you're ripping. If you're slipping down the sidewalk and you're gripping, everything that you've been ripping, you put the T in front of ripping and tripping again. The purpose of this jam is for the giving. You take the T out of the tripping and you're ripping. You put the symbol back in front, the mind is sinning. You put that sin back on the ground and I'll be grinning, my friend. Take the T out of the tripping and you're ripping. Slipping down the sidewalk and you're gripping. Everything that you've been ripping. Put the T in front of ripping and we're tripping again. Might be standing at the gate and maybe ripping up sin. Don't get too discouraged, there's a purpose within. The sin we might be ripping, that's the question mark, man. Of course I could be lying like that devil, they said. So take the T out of the tripping and you're ripping. You're slipping down the sidewalk and you're gripping. Everything that you've been ripping. Put the T in front of ripping, we've been tripping again. Hey! Hey, 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 hey. Last verse is improvised. The chorus here, that's the T's demise. This one I'm thinking about a real special day, cause I'm slipping down the sidewalk and I'm looking for fate. There's that siren going off again right in my head. That siren was seducing me, man, I swear. So you take that T out of the tripping and you're ripping. That siren's going loud, man, I'm flipping. I'm looking at the ground now, damn, I skip. Getting back up and now I'm up in the air. Take the T out of the tripping and I'm ripping. Slipping down the sidewalk and I'm gripping. Just hanging on, man, for that siren. Cause it's in my head and really fucking catchy. Of course, it could be wrong cause they're all different. But that's another story. Maybe next time.
Thank you. All right, you're very welcome. All right.
Okay, we're going to have first of our two features this afternoon. Nazelah Jamison is a Bay Area-based performance poet, author, actor, vocalist, and emcee. Her first book of poetry, Evolutionary Heart, was released on Nomadic Press in 2016 and reprinted and released on Black Lawrence Press in fall of 2023. Her work can also be found in the Racket Journal, issue 15, 2020, Culture Counts Magazine 2021, Raiz Magazine 2022, Better Ancestors, Sparkle and Bling 1115, White Lightning 2022, and others. In her spare time, Nazelah enjoys writing horror screenplays and saving the day.
Good.
She hosts the virtual open mic series every first and third Friday on Zoom. And she gives the best hugs in the Bay Area, and I have to say, that is true. Nazelah Jamison, please.
You have a part in everything that happens to you. Not to say that it's your fault the bear attacked you or that you provoked it. Perhaps you decided to bathe in honey that day, or you didn't run when you had the chance. Maybe you fancied yourself the bear whisperer, and you thought playing dead would prevent being dead, as if death were the worst possibility. Considering your part is not blaming, it is empowering. The bear is here to maul people, and you are here to learn lessons. Next time, bring a gun to the bear fight. Or better yet, don't fuck with bears. How are you?
All right.
Awesome. This poem is a response to a note that was left on someone's door in Berkeley, complaining about the smell of meat wafting out of their window as this jogger jogged past their house in the morning. This is called Campbell. In church, we ate God every first Sunday, or rather, we ate the body of his Son, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, washed him down with grape-flavored blood, went home in the afternoon and chewed on the actual flesh of the dead and unholy. I grew up country poor. We only shopped in grocery stores for canned tornado food and milk. Our farmer relatives fed us. I spent late summer snapping beans and shelling peas for freezing. First 2 weeks of after school was cleaning freshly wrung chickens. By spring, we were down to hogshead cheese and fatback sandwiches. In summer, dinner was grits and fried canned tomatoes. God bless slaughter season and early harvest. When I was 7, I once had a pet chicken. It was then that I learned the meaning of life. When I came home from school and she was silently on my plate. Her cage and my belly, both empty. Hunger eclipsed my righteous indignation. God is great, God is good. Let us thank him for this food. Vegetarianism is a religion, proselytized by city-dwelling atheists and rich folk. It is an elite Western ideology, attractive to those with no immediate fear of starvation, consumers of billboards and articles and philosophies, drinkers of smug self-righteousness, to wash down the multivitamins when the rice cakes were not enough. Humans at their basest eat what is edible. Country Christians eat by the Bible. Jesus gave the people fish, invited us to eat his flesh, basically said, fill your belly with what I have availed to you. I'm no longer Christian, but I eat what is available to me. My hunger eclipses your politics. Perhaps I'm wrong. Maybe my country aunties and grandmas lived well into their 90s in spite of hog maws and pig knuckle sandwiches. And Mother Earth would prefer that we set domesticated food animals free to overpopulate and die from mass starvation. What I do know, though, is PETA protesters are made of meat. When this earth inevitably transitions, when crops dry up and blow away, when all the animals have gone to slaughter due to famine and waste, when there are no more chickens, there will be vegetarians. I will eat what is available to me. Hunger eclipses everything and transforms saints into saviors. So this poem is from my book. This is How to Kill a Phoenix. Smother her in a sodden, flame-retardant blanket. Drown and suspend her in her own tears. Slice off her wings and bury her under bullshit. Choke her with fattened lies and frustration. Starve her for affection. Cut her with razor-sharp tongue and watch her bleed dry. Tell her she is nothing until she believes you. Push her off a cliff and convince her that she is falling in love. Freeze her with neglect and abject cruelty. Beat her with insults until she is senseless. Be sure to eliminate all hope and other combustible materials. Lock her away in a windowless prison and swallow the sun, so she sees no point in resurrection. I have a couple more poems. This poem is called Tuesday Morning. Good morning, it's Tuesday. Another black girl went missing last night. Did you notice? Did you feel a sudden vacuum where divinity used to be? No. The news tends to ignore the uncelebrated, the unworshipped in the background. I myself travel alone at night a lot. I walk really fast and stay in view of streetlights a lot. I stay away from empty parking lots. I already merely exist as a series of unnamed statistics. I'd rather be a shadow than a ghost. Another black boy got shot yesterday, not to be confused with the other black boy who got shot yesterday, or the other black boy who got shot last night, and last week, and day after tomorrow, and next Thursday afternoon. Not to say that every day another black boy gets shot, just to say that somebody should change the narrative. We only hear about what is considered newsworthy. No one cares if black people kill each other, but black boys are also getting picked off by a succession of scared white men. Seems they fear most for their lives when they are the only one holding a gun. It is mid-afternoon on a weekday. It is an understatement to say that I feel hunted. I am surrounded by apex predators today. I act nonchalant and pleasantly stoic. When I say no to the stranger demanding my phone number, will he stab me in the face? If a white man brings a gun to the school that I work at, will I have time to run away? Any minute, my next appearance could be on a missing poster or a memorial mural or a say her name hashtag. It will not be newsworthy. It will not be noteworthy. It will just be Wednesday. This is not a poem. I did not write a poem about this. There have already been too many poems written about tragedy, this tragedy, and hospitals visited by hostile explosions, and toddler-sized body bags, and graffiti last goodbyes. But I will refrain from writing a poem about current and also ongoing events because someone else has written a poem about this. And I am just a black woman in America. I am just a poor working artist who should not really have an opinion. And I'd better keep my absence of opinion to myself, lest my expressed anger at civilian casualties, or my frustration at violent displacement, or my dismay at all the unnecessary death lead anyone to believe I have chosen a side, because I get to be all the way on this side of the vast ocean. There are no tanks in my backyard. There are no guns pointed at my face today. But if I pray for peace, that puts me on the wrong side in the eyes of the currently winning. History belongs to the winners, and also the land, and also the future, but I am not the winner. I am also the loser and also the minority. Also, I am the hunted, so let me just shut up now, lest I become more of the enemy than my existence has always been. This poem does not exist. Neither do politics or injustice. There is no offense, only the offended. No bodies buried in rubble, no relief in sight. All guns and fingers point in the opposite direction. There is nothing to see here. Go back to your regularly scheduled everything else. Ignore a genocide, which is not occurring, and another war the US is definitely not supporting. Watch a movie, make a TikTok. Live your best life, and pay no attention to this poem that I did not write about this. For having me. This is my last poem. I know I'm in San Francisco.
You got more time.
But my true love is Oakland. Oh, actually.
Oh, yes.
Oh, dang it. All right, hold on. Hang on. Actually, there's no little kids in here, right? No.
Nope.
Are y'all okay with adult material? So there's a saying in the poetry community: never break a poet's heart, because we will write a poem about you. And we will perform it everywhere. So this is that poem. It's a composite. It's called Vanity. You've got a big ass dick. It presses me against the car door when we're driving home. It gets in the way when we're all alone. It sucks the air out of every room. It's your favorite topic of conversation. Your dick comes out of your mouth more than it goes into mine. Intoxicates you more than wine used to when you were a drinker. Now the two heads are combined, and they're both way too much dick for me. No wonder you can't keep it in your pants. It's a wonder you can drive or walk or dance with that much dick weighing you down. And of course, yours is always the biggest one around. Not that you ever admit to comparison shopping. Yes, it's all about your dick. Not my feelings, but your dick. And anyhow, I better just get over it quick, because I'm just not paying enough attention to your dick. Your penis has come between us. Must get sore from you stroking it so much. You've given it pet names like confidence and self-esteem because you love it so. I call your dick narcissist and big-ass ego. You smack me with it constantly just to remind me that it's there. Not that I didn't notice the sticky arrogance in my hair. So proud you can't keep it to yourself. That's why now you're with someone else. Let her cart your wheelbarrow full of phallus around. Let her get pounded by your rock-hard self-centeredness and see if she feels as fucked as I did. Maybe we can look for your balls together. Everything doesn't come in a set. But seriously, I wish you and your dick the very best. When his dick is his best friend, a man often finds himself alone. Hope your hot cock keeps you warm on lonely nights when the ice you keep your heart in melts to tears. Don't call me. Your dick has permanently plugged my ears. Besides, you only ever spoke to me an asshole. I don't understand that shit. Now, I can breathe. Now, there is laughter. May you and your big-ass dick live happily ever after. I'm not mad anymore. I'm fine. But this next poem is about some of y'all. So I'm going to dedicate this to everyone who's ever been dumped in this room, regardless of gender. She never really loved you at all, just passing through your heart on the way to elsewhere, leaving trails of chocolate and the scent of forests and dark, delicious places to haunt your waking dreams. Yet you fall apart at the seams. She stuffed you full. However, stuffing was all it was. Unfortunately, it was the stuff you were made of. So now stitches break and you leak, empty, flung into a corner defeated, resenting life because it goes on with or without you. She never really loved you. How many she's? How many nevers? How much really did she not love you enough? But not really, because she made you believe pie-crust promises of gingerbread castles in the sky. Thought you were a stallion. Made you mistake your pen for a sword when it was really a magic wand sealing your fate. Wrote her love letters in ink blue like your blood without oxygen, without her. She, transforming your heart's desire into balls of paper to be consumed by her fire, which never really warmed you up anyway. Hard to believe she would leave. Harder to accept after she'd left that you knew it all along. You knew she didn't love you. Now you will sit around listening to love songs and drinking too much red wine tonight until you escape into your dreams. Dreams of her in which she loves you, comes to you, holding her heart, that precious ruby encased in dry ice you could never melt in real life. But in your subconscious, you were always her hero. Epic, panoramic visions in your head of you and her fighting dragons and chasing unicorns, and the wind always blew her hair in that 80s music video type of way that really turns you on. And when you closed your eyes, her makeup was always perfectly done. Not like now. Your dazed eyes gaze upon mascara tracks and lipstick marks printing your pillowcase like footprints, or physical evidence, or evident regret. After all, you only found out this morning she was leaving. Forever ends abruptly when it wasn't really love. Forever seemed so short when it ended, but oh so long, the hours since stretched like lifetimes. Reality slowly sinks into your skin. You realize you just lost your best friend. The tide of misery still rises. Memories play like unending videotapes in which everyone's perfect. No one's overweight or unemployed. No one ever gets tweaked out and paranoid. Remember all the sleep you missed? Truth burst the champagne bubbles of bliss. She wasn't Cinderella. She was a crackhead. You always thought she'd quit because you did. When you met her at the rave, you were unaware she could not be saved. Silly you, used like a toilet, like the one you snuck in to do a line at the club. At first sight, you thought it was love, when it was really just her addiction and your seeming willingness and ability to buy more drugs. She said it was your style, your sexy smile. Invited you to a corner to make out for a while. From that to this, 6 months later, you sit marinating in lavender lies and goodbye kisses. She never really loved you. She just sucked you. So now you feel just like a sucker. Her sweet words dissolving like sugar in your tears. Here, alone in your lonely apartment, sans TV, cell phone, pocket money, and heart. Gotta get up early in the morning. Find you another lover, job, obsession. Scrub away the paraphernalia from the corners of your room and your mind. Rub the sleep out of your eyes. And tell yourself, bitch wasn't all that fine. And tell yourself, love is blind. Tell yourself whatever you have to leave her ass behind. She never really loved you, man. She ain't never coming back. Pack that shit in your pipe and toke it till you're high off the smoke of your recently burning past. And you know what they say? It is better to have loved and lost, but then what did love ever have to do with it anyway? Two more poems. And I'm out of here. Is that cool? Okay.
Good time.
So this poem is called Poem to My Mirror. For the chocolate kiss melting alone on a hot summer sidewalk, because he claimed to like Neapolitan, but his favorite flavor was actually not you. For mocha ice cream dripping sadly over the edge of the tub after he fucked you only late night and never called again. For when he rejected your well-done ass because you could not be rare and bloody enough. For full shelves of dust-covered tins of rich cocoa and waiting lists for butterscotch and vanilla extract. For you, black girl, crying inside when he told you he prefers Jewish girls because they smell like strawberries. Standing outside of his life because you aren't pretty enough to take home to his color-struck mother. For you, mahogany, ebony, onyx panther, you are the foundation upon which galaxies are suspended, sun swallower and color fusion, initiation and conclusion of everything. Omnipotence is no consolation, will not rescue you from the tower of loneliness you have come to call home. But go on, paint your eyelids sunrise and your lips bright coral. Adorn your fingertips with passion fruit and your toenails with blackberry wine. Wrap yourself in molten lava and be a volcano, be the universe, encompass the world, and let that tide you over for now. So I currently don't love nobody. Yeah, because, you know, dating sites are stupid, and yeah, I prefer to love myself. But I have been in love. I've been in California 30 years. I fell in love shortly after I got here. And this is a love poem to Oakland.
It needs it.
Oakland is your cousin's good-natured, kind of ghetto crackhead girlfriend. The one he cheats on all the others with, in between violent breakups and smoldering makeups. The one who's your favorite, making you something to eat, because y'all was both up at 3 a.m. because neither of y'all could sleep. Oakland offers you a hit off her pipe. You shake your head. She giggles. Baby, this is just some weed. I'm about to take my ass to bed. You doze off on the love seat, dreams filled with staccato gunshots and Circle 8s and side street intersections. Oakland doesn't mean to be a hoe. Existence has brought her down. That'll happen after a while around predominantly brown folks. She loves to kick it with big spenders and those who like to build. Her aspirations are Brooklyn size. Her suitors come and go. Your cousin doesn't care, because half the time he doesn't know. Her glittering gold grin glinting off her tears like Lake Merritt in the sunshine, blinding everyone to her own loneliness and despair. Finding love at the liquor store, and a pack of top ramen and some cheap beer. Oakland will rip off her wig and snatch out her earrings just so she can have your back. What she lacks in table manners, she makes up for in leonine protection. Still searching for her place in this world. Still hoping for inexpensive affection. Oakland will pick your daughter up from jail, where your ass sits arrested at 4 in the morning. Oakland can't afford your bail. She'll try her best to secure you a street loan, and, well, she might have to sell all your shit while you're gone. But you'll forgive her. She'll soon be coming around the corner in your cousin's beat-up scraper, bringing blunts and smiles and hugs and all the other comforts of home. Thank you.
Yay, hugs.
All right.
Thank you
The
so
best
much.
hugs. Nazelah Jamison.
We don't know.
Yes, you're. All right, that was great. Boy, I want to make an announcement. On October 14th, there is going to be an event at Bird and Beckett, and it's entitled Poets for Palestine. What it is a marathon reading on Indigenous Peoples Day. It's on October 14th from noon to 8 p.m. So it's going to be streamed, and what we're doing is we're inviting people to come to Bird and Beckett to read their poem, but prior to that, we'd like people to sign up. So there is a website you can go to, poetsforpalestinesf@gmail.com, and you give them your name and the best times that you'd like to come to read on the 14th, and we will try to accommodate you. And if you're not able to attend, you can still participate by sending in your poem ahead of time and your donation. There's also a $5 donation that we're requiring for each person who wants to read, and that will be going to the Middle East Children's Alliance. So the money will go directly to the children in Gaza. And we would like as many people to attend as possible. So there are flyers there in the back. There's some flyers, but again, you can make your online donations to MECA, Mecca, which is the Middle East Children's Alliance. And it will be, again, it will be streamed on Facebook. You can go to the, it will be streamed on YouTube. You can go to the Facebook page of Clarion, and the information will be there for you where you can sign up and all that good stuff. So please spread the word. We stand with Palestine, and we look forward to having as many poets participate as possible on the 14th. So thank you for that. All right, we will then go back to our open mic. And our next open mic performer will be, we're going to get some music here. We're going to get Mr. Rob gracing the stage. And after Rob, we'll have Yolanda, and then we'll have Sarah, and then I believe we'll have our other feature of the afternoon.
Yes, there you go. You missed the intermediate haircut. I was bald except for two pigtails. All right. I have two songs, and Greg will give me a little guidance here. The second song is in honor of one of our features, two songs together make about 7 minutes. So I can shorten that. I can make one of the songs an abridged version to get it under 6. Give me some guidance.
Go ahead, go for it.
Okay, all right. Here we go. This first song is a new one. Well, they're all new ones. This is called You Ain't the Devil. A minute. Let me just get this ready. Okay. Hello, Mr. Business, in your tailored suit, brokering deals and burying the loot. You ain't the devil, but you damn sure is opening act. Hello, Mr. Politician, lining your pockets with loot, then voting yourself a golden parachute. You ain't the devil, but you're damn sure is opening act. You're the comedian, the crowd boos, with your snaky smile and shiny shoes. When you win, the world gonna lose. Got them apocalypse walks into a bar blues. Hello, Mr. Church, with your sanctimonious ways, slavery, sexism, and homophobia you did raise. You ain't the devil, but you're damn sure is opening act. Hello, Mr. Business, with your tailored suit, brokering deals and burying the loot. You ain't the devil. You ain't the devil. You ain't the devil. But you damn sure is opening act. Thank you. And to finish off, I want to do a very weird song. This is so weird that I would not perform it publicly, except for our second feature, David Ehrenreich. He's one of the few people around who may appreciate all of the arcane, semi-obscure references in this. But you don't need to understand all of the semi-obscure references. It's just a... Oh, wait a minute. I have a costume piece for this. You are all allowed to blush with envy at this point as I put on a cursive writer classic. So yes, you don't need to be invested in the history, the deep history of jazz to appreciate this one. It's just a chilling western about the perils of hero worship. It's called The Ballad of Miles Dewey. Miles was king of the West. No one better, he was best. But what do you do when young guns take aim? Young guns coming for your fame. Miles had Lean Cliff killed, though there's no evidence it's true. But I'll never again be surprised by the bone-chilling things we all do. Miles had Lean Cliff killed, though I know it's probably a lie. But if we knew what's true about the ones we love, we'd fall on the ground and cry. Cliff was a clean-living slinger, a young gun on the rise. Bird, bird, bird gave the word, didn't leave his eyes. On a stormy night, a wagon crashed in a mortal crunch. Maybe bad luck. But I got a hunch Miles Hadley Cliff killed, though there's no evidence it's true, but I'll never again be surprised by the bone-chilling things we all do. Miles Hadley Cliff killed, though I know it's probably a lie, but if we knew what's true about the ones we love, we'd fall to the ground and cry. Then came Lee, a sidewinding slinger, so straight and sharp and true, an unstoppable ringer. He died in the lover's spat in a rough and tumble saloon, but who pulled the trigger under the dark of the moon? Miles Hadley Cliff killed, though there's no evidence it's true, but I'll never again be surprised by the bone-chilling things we all do. Miles Hadley Cliff killed, though I know it's probably a lie, but if we knew what's true about the ones we love, we'd fall to the ground and cry. Now some are givers and some are takers. Miles was a taker, his sidekick Gil, I'm a hot milk Quaker. Miles was the best, but it ain't so simple a story. What do you do when someone faster comes for your glory? You never know where the path of hero worship might lead. The truth is never so pretty as what we need. Miles Hadley Cliff killed, though there's no evidence it's true, but I'll never again be surprised by the bone-chilling things we all do. Miles Hadley Cliff killed, though I know it's probably a lie, but if you knew what's true about the ones you love, you'd fall to the ground and cry.
How the hell was that supposed to be?
Jazz, my man, jazz.
Oh, okay.
I know. I slipped up a little. I have to apologize. You were supposed to follow David.
Oh, okay.
Don't,
That's all right.
don't worry about it. But I have one question about this pen.
Yes.
Is this the ink made from the unicorn stem cells? Yes?
Maybe
See,
not.
What you didn't know, Greg,
Okay.
is he's my opening act.
Well, okay. We're gonna do one more, maybe two more. We don't have that many folks left here. But our next open mic person will be Yolanda, and then we'll have either Sarah or our feature. I'm not quite sure.
Whatever you want.
We'll do that.
So my physical therapist made a mistake. My doctor, my nurse practitioner specialist said I can bend my head. In fact, not to bend your neck is worse than so I wrote a poem. In golden days of autumn looming before us, when on cement streets dozens, hundreds of leaves scattered by the wind, warm golden, brown, orange, sometimes even red, carpet for us to avoid crushing with our feet, we wheels on our shopping carts. What does autumn bring but the once sprouting green leaves leaving tree branches scattered on rooftops, which must be ensured before rain is upon us. Sprouting green leaves that change colors, that demonstrate change of seasons, change of heart, because it's student season. Draconian laws are already being shoved out from institutions of higher learning against students protesting genocide in Gaza. Common Dreams, which says in a year, Netanyahu can wipe out most of Gaza. Can the Almighty, whether God or invisible yet powerful spirit that protects me, change the mind of the American people, of the people of Israel, and say and act with basta actions? The general strike Israel Jews wanted to be spark of ceasefire or return hostages was declared illegal by Israel court. Where to people, how long can we remain silent at a against you when it comes to Gaza. So that's one poem I have. This one I was hesitant to read it because I know when I read this one that I said this is one was probably that poem to write it, but I want to read it. I think the book was published in 2009, 10 New Kings and the Children by Jack Hirschman. The children all over will remember their legs, their arms, their amputated faces, will be nothing branded into their little souls, never to forget, Israel. You shattered their vessels with your gunfire, shit on the words that fought to defeat us in the womb. Do not take pissed on your own holy and holy tetrarch Latin and letters, a fraud and a fake. I wish I could feed you hand grenades in your mud. I want to stop dead children into your eyes, lovers of learning lies. May Salah be broken in your mouth. May men never find chapter and verse. May your food turn into the gangrenous limbs of the children you felled. Those little trees as sparks. You killed David over and over. You starved death. Oh, Aliyah, how low. Oh, victory of defeat. Oh, stones going in the trenches of Eastern rage. Against you, you rally your bones. So that was Jack Hirschman's poem. And I have one more poem I want to read. It's also by Jack Hirschman, and it's called That Poet. That poet you admire so. In my 15 years in the workers' movement, I've never seen him in attendance at a demonstration against social injustice, or at a memorial honoring a revolutionary hero, or at a rally in support of an uprising people. It's not even a fighting service, but a bibelot, dribbling over with obsolete pus.
Thank you. You get a pen, though. You get a pen.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. We'll have one more open mic, Sarah. And then we'll have our second of our features.
Hi. I love the third Saturday here at Clarion. Greg just informed Elizabeth and myself that he read some of our poems at his group, Poetically Speaking. Told me that 3 from this little chapbook, and so I'm going to read the ones that you said they liked. So, okay. Tongue. On the flame was a little mouth with a burning tongue. How obvious your visions are, but what's your vocabulary? Words can singe and silken rhymes, and the licks of love can slay. Fade. Does it fade as the days go by as roses do? I don't know. Ask the lovers what they know, as if they ever knew. One afternoon, I got what I desired. I'm good now forever. I held the ruby treasure in my hands, my mouth, and in my arms. One afternoon, lost in my heart forever. You say there was gold in here.
Sweet,
Yeah.
That's the way I like it. Thank you.
All right, it's time for the second of our two features of the afternoon. David Erdreich is well known for his involvement in San Francisco Bay Area poetry scene. He has been featured in various readings and open mic events, such as Sacred Grounds Poetry Series, East Bay Poetry Express, and the San Francisco Open Mic Poetry Podcast TV show. He's also a vocalist, an alto saxophonist, composer, arranger, curator, plant lover, mushroom aficionado, and everything else. His work often explores themes of personal experience and social commentary. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. David Erdreich.
Thank you. Thank you, Greg, and thank you, Clara Sue and Absentia. I'm going to start with maybe my one of my favorites, maybe one of the better poems that I wrote. I opened for John Santos at Freight and Salvage for this last year, and as a poet, I know all it really takes. You don't really know how effective your work is until someone in your audience comes up. And I just got one for this one, who came up and thanked me for the piece and that it made a difference to her. So if your poem is good enough and you can hit one person, you're doing your job. It's called On the Diagonal. Augury, the giant screw that seeks by twisting into the world, the Roman practice of predicting the future by eviscerating the entrails of birds. Typical European white man's stupidity. All animals eliminate. Even plants drop leaves. They would have done better to watch living birds and their habits instead of killing them to observe their shit. Beware the Ides of March. A great extinction is in progress. Bird numbers have dropped precipitously. Audubon was a genius, also a braggart, a master draftsman, wanderer in the best American tradition, and a faithful husband spending long periods of time away from his wife. A naturalist who killed birds. In Doonesbury, Jeremy Cavendish, erstwhile caretaker to Lacey, a dementing senior, has a heart attack while photographing the last Bachman's warbler, a real bird, an East Coast native which has gone extinct in our lifetime. Murder and greed, these are the two underpinnings of the American dream. Diversity is the obverse of these two factors. It enables life to be resilient and engaging in the face of adversity. It is not until now that the lumber industry has been shown to be greedy and murdering trees for profit without the balance of self-sustenance. Italo Calvino, the Baron in the trees. Centuries ago, the Baron could cross Italy by tree, sea to sea, never touching the ground. No forest there at all in central Italy now. Isaac Asimov's first law of robotics: do no harm to human beings. However, there is an elephant in the room. Enter drones and the world's most potent murder incorporated, the Central Intelligence Agency. Drones are used through their international cat's paws, murdering children. Oh, excuse me, I mean collateral damage. At funerals and weddings. Accountable to no one. Funded by U.S. tax dollars. The real deep state, which spawns the current Pandora's box of vitriol and hate, which cannot be closed once open. Their list of ongoing violent conflicts and oppressive dictators past and present stretches worldwide. When Malcolm X said the chickens have come home to roost, he was referring to JFK's murder when he considered disbanding it, the CIA, after its 14-year existence at that point, after the Bay of Pigs fiasco in Cuba. COVID, bad science gone wrong in China. Pointing fingers at China does not address the problem. It's like closing the barn door once the horse has galloped off. White privilege, the 45th president. COVID, oh, it's nothing. It will go away. Hate and greed nourished by fear. Green and Broberg, and now Loomer. Loose cannons, out of control, out of touch. Victims of abuse propelling their own disease upon others. 3-year-olds stamping their feet. In Brazil, diversity has integrated all the people. United Snakes, take note, for it's coming to a theater near you in just one more generation. Maybe in this current, even in this current presidential potential electee. The alt-right is constantly using murder as a threat. They also adore suicide. These are species enders, extinctions. The human animal is the most dangerous being on the planet. The right has no real working overview of the whole community, no viable plan. Privilege and greed come first. They are also their own worst enemy. They constantly splinter over who's in charge, Christianity and its denominations, all religions stuck in dogma, Trump versus DeSantis. US presidents own slaves. All women are created equal. They vote. They have a say in how democracies are run. They have removed their niqabs. Their wombs are sacred. It's from where we all emerge. There are 10,000 distinct species of birds in the world, each one on a different lifeline. They have their differences, but they manage to live together. See if you can respect that.
Yeah.
I drove a truck for 18 years. This is Avacha's favorite poem that I wrote. She likes this one. This was written in 2016. It's called Hauling Ash. Return of the 4 a.m. truck driver. This is all from personal experience, with slight exaggerations, but based in truth. Return of the 4 a.m. truck drivers. 9 years of complete subjugation, obedience to every whim suggestion of a fickle road, offering adventure and travel at a very cheap and desperate price. Selling your soul to concrete, gravel, and rebar in return for very little sleep, no social life, the right to retrieve garbage, pressure to deliver the goods on time while operating a lethal vehicle. Dump truck equals all the symbolism of unload and reload, shit and eat and shit. Driving cross-country in a vehicle which basically never stops. Eating potatoes. Mashed, really? More like thick soup, which has been steam table reheated at least 5 times. You think it's warm in California? Not at 4 in the morning, 12 feet up in the air, dropping a hook at the end of a chain through wire mesh grid. Think of it as heavy sewing, which, if you try it for more than half an hour, your fingers start to numb. It helps if your mandatory health insurance takes 20% off the top, and your boss is either a stone-cold racist, the local familia, or a short, older black man who could rebuild the engine from scratch, yet constantly shortchanges you because addition and subtraction are beyond his ken. If you are unaware of the exact route and your load is too high, you can either get stuck under an overpass that happened on Gilman Street not too long ago in Berkeley, stuck under an overpass, or tear out the roof of some filling station. Winter options in a tractor trailer include looking to either side and watching your trailer in a tractor trailer, watching your trailer still attached precede you down the road, or following the taillights in front of you in heavy fog until someone stops
Suddenly. At which point, everyone stops. Suddenly. Hazardous materials can be delivered or removed from Rocky Flats, Colorado, or new building materials can be brought to existing nuclear power plants in California, which lend themselves to a certain glow. Make sure your no-fault insurance is paid up. Driving with cracked wheel rims, worn studs, faulty or flaming brakes are all frowned upon by the California Highway Patrol. You'll notice that on some tractors accustomed to hauling rebar, there is a steel wall directly behind the cab. This is to prevent inept crane operators from impaling you with the product as they attempt to remove it from the trailer. Here's some other fun chores you might want to try. Running out of fuel in a diesel engine right where 580 branches to 2 lanes to become Route 80 at rush hour. 2, having the airline on your transfer, that's a dump truck double. Spring the leak at 5 a.m. on the San Mateo Bridge, which immediately causes the brakes to lock on the rear unit, so you can jerry-rig it with whatever thick, sticky substance and duct tape you have available, limp off the bridge, and wait for assistance. 3, drive the boss's truck across the Bay Bridge in the morning commute as the transmission linkage gets loose, leaving you only one of your 18 gears fully loaded. Make it through 7 traffic lights. Stopping means you won't start again. Arrive at the work site to be unloaded while you call the boss and relate to him that he didn't notify you of all his vehicle's idiosyncrasies. 4, stay completely unaware of the fact your dispatcher is shortchanging the owner of your refrigerator truck. Wait for 9 hours in Nogales to get loaded with broccoli packed in ice, and when you back up to the loading dock, get yelled at and ask, "Where the hell you been?" Extra credit can be earned by getting a flat tire, driving onto the scales in Georgia 11:30 p.m. Friday night, loaded with frozen chickens, taking curves a little too fast, causing third-class mail bound for Houston, Dallas, and LA, divided flimsily by separators to mix together, getting stuck in a snowbank in Albany, New York, and shoveling out by hand, or dumping hot asphalt onto the ground instead of into the paving machine, pushing you along in low gear, one foot on the brake, one on the accelerator, very as slow as you can go, pushing you along. You keep rolling ever so slightly to maintain contact. It stops, you keep rolling, boom, everything gets dumped on the ground. That's not what they want. You're out of the job. And finally, for the premature ejaculators in the group, yes, there's art to simultaneously accelerating gradually from a standstill while hydraulically lifting the bed, opening the tailgate, and evenly spreading your load in motion, making it easier for your partner with his grader, not dumping it suddenly all in one place. Forklift is your friend, unless you forget to turn it off when dismounting to the ground to adjust whatever you're picking up, which is how one single father of a 7-year-old girl managed to run over and kill himself. Another one, a night operator unloading the freight car still on the rails in the shed, found himself impaled to the wall through the stomach until the morning shift arrived. Albertsons wisely saved money compared to Safeway by not hiring anyone or any forklifts to download trucks. They generously left pallet jacks for the trucker to do the work for which he is not paid during a time span when he is expected elsewhere. P.S. Minimum tow for a disabled big rig is $500. Don't get stuck.
You want to start now?
Yeah. What? 1 minute, I've gone through
7.
7, thank you. Okay. So I've written a couple of songs. I'll do the songs since I'm running out of time. So I did with Michael DeWall. He wrote this music. I lived with him after my 3rd divorce, and I heard it, and finally I wrote words to it. It's called Breath of a Bay. Clouds rolling over the bay,
just changing my day. Evenings are long, caressing my song. Sweetly, sunsets are fading through orange and pink, taking my breath away. Sounds of the ocean arise, boarding the wave of surprise. Beat of my heart, you're lying there. Sweetly, Mount Tamalpais, sweet princess awakes, taking my breath away. I see your smile when I close my eyes, taking my breath away. Stars fill the cool evening sky. Birds on a breeze pass me by. I'm in a trance, silhouettes dance. Sweetly, twilight's embracing the end of the day, taking my breath away. I see your smile when I close my eyes, taking my breath away. Golden Gate fog surrounds Angel Isle, taking my breath away, 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 away. Clouds rolling over the bay. Baby, let me haul your trash. Baby, let me haul your trash. I don't take no credit cards, I only take cash. Baby, let me haul your trash. Righteous, recycle, keep the earth green. I'll make you feel like you're 17. Hurricane broke your water main. I'll fix your foundation without using a crane. Baby, let me haul your trash. Baby, let me haul your trash. I don't take no credit cards, I only take cash. Baby, let me haul your trash. 4 o'clock in the morning and you just can't sleep. I'll relieve distress without making a peep. Litter all over your dirty lot. I'll take everything you got. Clean your room, dust your room, paper or plastic, ready or not. Baby, let me haul your trash. Baby, let me haul your trash. I don't take no credit cards, I only take cash. Baby, let me haul your trash. Hose the sidewalk, clean the glass, polish your finish to make it last. Your partner's dreaming, he's fast asleep, but you're of the flue with the chimney sweep. Baby, let me haul your trash. Baby, let me haul your trash. I don't take no credit cards, I only take cash. Baby, let me haul your trash. Papers are faded, emotions are bruised. Clean up your problems, no garbage refused. Smooth and efficient, end of the night, I disappeared before broad daylight. Baby, let me haul your trash. So I'm a bird brain. This is I think 12 years ago. Let's see. Something like that. Yeah, 12 years ago. Cranes are of the ancient ones, sent to us of old, impervious, tempered tough, to march through heat and cold. An extra loop throughout the group, in throat lodged like a horn, to honk, to sound in air, on ground, to greet the summit morn. A separate current in the air, they act in harmony, above the highest mountains or passing overseas. In our midst, they bring the gist of song, of dance, of deepest trance, focus on what's at hand. From long ago to present tense, in constant search for sustenance, they scan the earth from up above and know exactly where to land. A spot of red atop the head, bill fashioned like a spear, step and struck in furrowed rut, or tread in waters clear. Is this a special species that started out this way, or just part of a grander plan, spread in diverse array?
Yeah.
Okay, another tune. 1 minute? Okay. What? I can go a little longer? I'm begging here, Brett. Put up a fist when you want me to do my last one, okay? Very well. So we were in New York earlier this year, and this came out of that. It's called A Cute Set of Mutes. Guy had 4 mutes. Last night I heard me 2 trombones, mo, mo, wah, wah. They could shuffle and they could moan, mo, mo, wah, wah. Spurred by a bass that was a force of nature, mo, mo, wah, wah. A motet of motes, a quartet of cubes, mo, mo, wah, wah. A regular sack, but another so small, it practically wasn't there at all. And when called upon, it did the call, mo, mo, wah, wah. A drummer of subtlety, grace and sage, a wit of indeterminate age, mo, mo, wah, wah. Now they raise their slides in rank duet, mo, mo, wah, wah. And they touch the sky without breaking a sweat, mo, mo, wah, wah. They played for an hour and they played for a day, 7th Street, 3rd Ave, Brooklyn Way, mo, mo, wah, wah. All white, but they still had soul, mo, mo, wah, wah. Now I've heard the word, and it ruffled my feathers, mo, mo, wah, wah. Those notes got wrote in my memory forever, mo, mo, wah, wah. Wait, hold it. This poem could have been longer, but what's the point after you ride the slide in your elbow joint? Now, I was born October 26th, and if you're Jewish, you get bar mitzvah the closest Saturday after your birthday. I was bar mitzvah on Halloween, so. Finish with this? Okay. She looked into the raven's eye, darker than the midnight sky. Faint tincture of light. Raven, she warned the brethren, the sistren. They're coming, they're coming. A groan, a moan, that draggled it most. Beware the troubled host of ghosts. They're coming, they're coming. Cooked tana leaves that gurgle and snap, foot drag, shuffle, a mummy unwraps. They're coming, they're coming. Murdered dogs and strangled cats. Can humans transform into vampire bats? They're coming, they're coming. Rattling chains, fog, chills and cools, undead zombies, drooling ghouls. They're coming. Fire, brimstone, horns and scales. Around the pitchfork curls a devil's tail. They're coming. Black widows poison, brown recluse. Giant spiders arrive to drain your juice. They're coming. Wart-nosed hair, poison sumac itch. She sniffs the air, the one-eyed witch. They're coming. Ants swarming under a dead man's nails. On a 3-day-old human corpse, rotted and pale. They're coming. Full moon observing the wolfman's change. His hearing is sharpened, but his mind is deranged. They're coming. His neck bolts receive an electric jolt. Body shivers in a fit beneath his coat. They're coming. His neck is broken. He hangs by his feet. He drops to the ground for the rats to eat. They're coming. They're coming. You have no mouth and you must scream. Don't worry, this is real. It isn't a dream. A xylophone made of human bones. The skeleton sings such delightful tones. They're coming. They're coming. That was for Mercer Mayer, Ray Bradbury, Harlan Ellison, H.P. Lovecraft, and Little Edgar. Thank you. Yes. Oh, I gotta tell you, I used my pen from the last time I was here to record my my slightly high blood pressure. I do. That's what I use.
I think one of these is the
Oh yes,
Yeah.
one of hers.
Yeah.
I don't get to take it. I thought I could sneak off with it. You're right, it is. It's in here. It's in here. Let's find it. Let's get it.
Fold it in half.
Here.
What do I want? I'll think that. Grazie.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
What?
That's you. That's
Oh,
you.
thank you. Thank you.
All right. One more here for David Earth, right? All right. We got a few open mics left, and I want to make sure everybody gets in. I've got Tim, I've got Mindy, Diego, JJ, and Nicole. Did I leave anyone out? Okay. That being said, Tim will be up next, followed by Mindy, and Diego, JR, and then Nicole will be our closer.
You can hear me if I don't use that.
Yes.
Cells, they were called. Small rooms where the nuns slept. Some nice, some cruel. Who taught the kids at St. James. We wandered through, my brother, my sister, and I, as who can resist an abandoned building? Not us. Are they tearing it down or repurposing? Half our childhood seems walking through construction sites or buildings about to be scraped. Redondo sells out, spray painted on Roy and B's front door before it was disappeared for condominiums. We walked through the abandoned convent, adults, thinking about the nice nuns and the cruel ones. Old man not snoring. He asks me to wipe him, which he never has. I don't want to, but I put on the glove and, no, he whines. Clean me until I understand by his gestures, he just means pull up his pants. A good day yesterday, then a bad day today, capped by 2 morphine doses at 7 and 10, approximately. At 1:30, he's cheerily pouring in orange juice, all light and noise. Oh, have you been up long? I knew heroin users in the 80s, and the confusions and mood swings. Old Coot taking on a familiar shape. Okay, good night, I say, head back to try, take from any sleep an interest in dreaming. Drift off, drift off, interrupted now. He's yelling in the next room at the remote, Channel 10. Then, ovation. Dead man's soup. The old man was gratified in a way, I guess you'd have to say, by the COVID shutdown. Frozen and canned foods at the ready, flashlight batteries, medications stopped. The day before leaving his house forever to the painter's roof guy realtor, we dumped what food was left. Opening the frozen bags from Winco, grocery outlet, Costco, Trader Joe's, delectables of curry, salsa, sweet chili, mustard, Tex-Mex, paneer, into a fragrant goo in the green bin. Like witch's brews we made in the army helmet, Paula says. A kid's game of leaves and berries from the yard. 5 days out from waste collection. We cover it with a deep layer of lawn debris. Hope it doesn't attract raccoons or rats.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mindy still here? All right. Mindy, please come to the stage.
I am new here, but I'm very happy to be here. And I do not have a name for the poem, but it's for a once very dear friend. After salty water, we hit the leap of light, and there we stood, back against each other, mind on flesh, and the split minutes before an apocalypse strikes and our shoulders learned their ways of repulsing distance. Skin echoing, teeth clenching tight as if seizing the flush of pink tide bring us back to the coast, and only then can I confess. When your sight crosses mine, all comas stutter, all dawns retreat, all wings break away from their bodies. Perhaps I will let the sun stride over our reticent dreams. Perhaps the ocean will be where every conversation retreats, and there I am free to ask. What if the walks we had were the only practices for indulgence? And what if someday I learned to grow my harsh bows backwards against myself? When they asked, I told a story when knees shook so much they overturned tables and torn down every picture on the wall, and in the turmoil she attempted suicide by falling from a restaurant table, on which all were stormed away except the remnant of white shells still glistening the glisten of the sea in recession, before becoming presence. And as she lay in a pool of blue, the butterflies above her head twirled into a hurricane, rampaging in silence, feeding on two bodies floating as of dust. We are many in one, or perhaps men in none. Ghostly, you dance, you walk with footsteps. Perhaps I can be amazed. Perhaps you will tiptoe through my wraith, and perhaps here we are, moving through the rhythm of silent tides. Let's pass by, dear. Let's hold on to this water.
Thank you, Mindy. That was lovely. All right. Next up, we've got Diego, JR, and then Nicole.
Do I need an applause? Otherwise, I
Diego!
without the microphone.
Well, all right. If you think you can.
I tried to.
All right.
I tried to be a loud mouth.
Whatever makes you comfortable.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm cold. I feel cold. There is a reason why I tell you the light is right on my face. Because I'm 9 years old. I don't think there is a reader in San Francisco that reads 9 years old in the week. I will be in December I will be 9 years old. Anyway, I think this would be better.
Because we're 90 years old.
I have chosen this because I've been told that this will relate to most people in this country called immigrant and refugees. And they say this is my signature poem. It goes like this. Amici, friends, immigrant, welcome to the land of broken hearts. Your heart is, for different reasons, or the same as mine, broken. Did you disembark with a bag full of clothes, papers, and dreams? Did you leave your family, friend, a part of yourself behind? I did. Did you run into a wall of discrimination? Yes, I did. Is your accent an impediment to a job you are qualified for? Mine is still. Sins of my ancestors are recounted to me. We immigrant refugees are like seeds spread by the wind and dropped in fertile lands. We become tempered, resilient with civilian soldiers for the common good, militating under a new flag. Another heart grows in us, working on minimum wages or less. Our job isn't an important one, but well done is important. All in all, our destiny is and was a benevolent one. Many perish in desert, seas, wars. In the process, we get wiser, hopeful. Quoting George Santayana, also an immigrant, it was a cloudy day by bright lake. Some short ones. Unfinished symphony. Having shedded the youthful fantasy, no longer are wiped tears from poets and books. For self-inflicted wounds I care no more. No more sad, dark songs for me. Like tree branches bent naturally toward the light, I too crave it. During the night, surrounded by my yesterday, I wait for dawn. A gracious moon, lit by the sun, shares her light with us. Oh, heaven, our lives an unfinished symphony. If there are any blank pages left for me, I will fill them with a pleasant melody. Another one, and then I'll go home. Too bad. All right. The happiest thing, the happiest period of your life was in your mother's womb. She did everything for you. Aristocracy at its best, with love. Admit it. You tried duplicating it. Hundreds of servants couldn't do it. Hundreds of love affairs didn't either. Defeated, you retreated into the prison of your mind. Snap out of it. Treat yourself by helping people in need. Write a poem or two, short and pleasant, give them out. It will do wonders for you. Okay, now I have a funny one. It's just to be in good humor. Sure. My therapist tells me, I told my shrink that lately it seems to me that I like everyone. He said, don't worry. When you get my bill, you'll be back to normal. Don't forget the pen, Diego. Here's the pen I can't write. This one right.
What color? The red one? There you go. All right. Wonderful. Thank you, Diego.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, I believe, is Mr. J.R. Rush. J.J. Rush, J.R. Johnson, Russell Johns.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello. You know, what a pleasure being here today. Because it's not many forums for poets, okay? Which means that Clara Sue is something of a goddess like Mackenzie Scott, the great philanthropist. Can you all agree with me on that?
Yes.
And I want to thank the young poet lady who came up here, was very silent, that has this big spirit that one day the world will see. But anyway, I'm going to make my spiel short because this is not my day anyway, okay? But I just want to tell you that I'm not leaving San Francisco. Got this beautiful woman here that's waiting for me. Told me that she loved me as long as I wanted to. I've been to many places, seen lots of this and that. Having this woman that's stuck on me. I'm never gonna give her up. I'm not leaving San Francisco. Or this beautiful woman here that's waiting for me. Told me that she loved me long as I wanted to. I got a call from Western Union to pick up a letter and a check from some chick in Chinatown begging me to come back, that I'm not leaving San Francisco. While this big leg woman here is waiting for me. Told me she would love me as long as I wanted to. But anyway, I've been looking for a girl like you, so pretty, a tutti frutti I can have big fun with. Willing to come when I make the call. We'll bebop together all night long. On sunny days, we'll belly flop in the grass with a bump bump here, bump bump there. You do real fine over here. And since only you can make this right, sign me up for love tonight. For all the things I know we can't conclude when in your arms and holding tight to you. It's on the line for us, a big romance, and asking for your trust to take a chance. Sign me up, sign me up, sign me up for your love. I'm sort of sentimental, but maybe I need to explain this. Kicking boots with you was quite sensational, and what paradise is like you made clear to me. But Exhibit B, whether or not the poet's song will live forever in you or not, likely depends on the sensation excited in you and other broken-hearted individuals. This includes those unwilling to volunteer and share information about losses, disappointment, overall suffered compared to private lives of poets. The evidence is rife with multiple stories of broken hearts, regrets, and missed opportunities. The slings and arrows of outrageous fortune William Shakespeare warned us about does not let artists off the hook add to the list. So based on that, I said it was very wonderful being here with you. And as you can see, I have been off the case for too long.
But anyway, you've all been so very wonderful, and I'm going to say good evening.
And our last reader of the afternoon will be Nicole. Okay. Oh, well. Well, we lost Nicole to the parking guard. Wants to make sure she doesn't, parking demon, right? Want to make sure she does not. Yeah, I know how what that's like. So anyway, I'll share a quick poem of mine. This is entitled, well, everybody remembers about the caravans of hordes of people that were immigrants who were coming to the country and gonna just take over and they were coming in droves and buses and vans and whatnot. Anyway, this is a little takeoff on that's called Caravanish. The caravan that was expected to make its North American trek never found its way here or ever got turned back, but is believed to have vanished somewhere near a black hole in outer space, light years before it reached the Texas border gate. The migrants on board managed to escape through the emergency door before the van got lost between Andromeda and the Milky Way. Saw their status change from immigrant to alien in the space of a single day, and could no longer prove who they were or from where they originally came. But for too many U.S. residents, it don't matter where they go, as long as they find a home far, far away from our own. Too many now feel that too many steal their way aboard our already sinking ship for us to continue to provide their care, although we routinely send more and more guns to decimate the places they're running from, then wonder why on earth they risk life and limb to come up here. Some say it's best they've been rerouted to some far side of the stratosphere, because their numbers are far more than we can afford. Plus, we're running out of room and board to spare. We're very low on compassion, but filled to the brim with fear. And we've stopped feeling guilty for turning a blind eye and deaf ear, because now we feel it's easy to ignore what we don't want to see or hear. And though we know many more could fit within the borders of this alien nation, we'll gladly send any newcomers who make their way here to the nearest bus station without advance notification, without proper documentation, just a one-way fare and no clear justification. Just send them anywhere like a galaxy far, far away, and hope they find some other planet and caravanish into outer space. Thank you. Oh, excellent, great. Well, why don't you step up, Nicole, and
Bring it home.
That's right. Slaved us, the parking demon.
Yeah, I already got a ticket that I have to
Oh,
pay,
no.
so I'm gonna be careful of that. Thanks, everyone. This is actually something you read for me, Greg, so I thought it would be appropriate to read. And welcome to the beautiful new word magician. Welcome to this form of artistry. Great to hear you, David, today as well. Sorry for anyone else that I missed. All right. The parking people are coming. Let me get to it.
Can you
see
closer to the mic? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
the eclipse was born. A forest, night, crickets chirping, faint moonlight. It's not fair, cried Moon. I'm cold, dark, and only come out at night. Sun, on the other hand, shines bright. Bright enough to make things grow, makes everyone warm and happy. When I come out to sleep, everyone goes. Universe gave Sun the best time of day, when everything moves and kids come out to play. I never see wild flowers blossom, surrounded by dancing, buzzing bees. Never a flock of birds twirling in the whistling breeze. It's not fair. I know exactly how you feel, said Spider. So do I, replied Owl. Who's that talking and awake at this hour? Asks Moon. Look down here, called Spider. I'm in the corner of the tower. See my web? It twinkles blue. In the middle, there's a flower. I don't see your web, and I don't see you, replied Moon. Here, do you see me waving one of my legs? Right here. Yoo-hoo! I see you now, exclaimed Moon. Hello there, my name is Moon. My name is Spin. Nickname is Blue, because of my webs that twinkle blue. Nice to meet you, Moon. Hey, don't forget me, cried Owl. My name is Red. I'm the one with an upside-down head. Hoo-hoo! Greetings, very pleased to meet you, said Moon. It's nice to find friends awake at this late hour. It's been lonely, quite lonely at night, and scary when the wolves howl. Oh, don't be afraid, said Spider. Wolves are my friends. They're just auditioning for the night choir. It's quite competitive. Nighttime was the only time that Universe permitted their house, since most are asleep. So nighttime is when the wolves come out and sing. Well, I wouldn't call it quite singing, interrupted Owl. The wolves are very off-tune, and their howling continues from July till the following June. Their howls frighten mice, so there will be less to eat for me soon. One night of silence would be a dream. An undisturbed flight through the forest, all in quiet, would guarantee a nutritious diet. Another request is howling season to last, only from July until March, April through June for everything to be upside down. Then I would need to turn my head to get a full view around. What is your dream, Blue? I wish people were less afraid of me. Yes, I look scary and catch butterflies and bees, but perhaps my sole purpose is to catch beautiful things. And it's not fair that everyone's afraid of me, answered Spider. I have an idea, exclaimed Moon. Let's speak to Universe. Good idea, but don't we need permission from Star first? Replied Owl. I know Star, said Spider. We are very good friends. Sometimes I spin stars in my webs and Star loves it. Pick a day and time and I'll make the appointment. Before you ask Star, we should agree on what you want, interrupted Owl again. Star's time is limited, appointments before sun arrives, and only after dark. I'll also ask for thicker threads and ask Universe if wind could be more careful when changing direction. Wind can be clumsy and ruin my spider inventions. I could definitely use a little more protection. And you, Moon, what is your dream? My greatest wish is to shine as bright as sun and make everyone warm and happy. Be the reason kids have fun. Be very sunny. If I could shine bright as sun, I would watch things grow. Everyone would love me, and I'd never be alone, replied Moon. I'll make the appointment tonight, and I'll get back to you soon, said Spider. Down Spider went, then disappeared into a tiny hole. Owl spread its wings, caught a wind, and was gone. Moon, was all alone again, dark and cold, but felt a warming inside, a feeling of hope.
Glad you made it back for that.
Thank you. Thanks for reading that.
All right. Everyone else is good. Thank you all so much. Again, on the 14th of October will be the Poets for Palestine. Clara Sue, myself, Deborah Major, Larry and Chris and Rose are all involved in putting this together. It'll be at Bird and Beckett, but you can if you're not able to attend, you can send us your poem ahead of time. There's a $5 donation requirement for each poem, each poet. So please participate. Please support the Middle East Children's Alliance. And next month, October 19th, I believe the date is, will be Christina Brown and Keith Marr. They will be the features. Thank you all for coming out this afternoon. Appreciate it so much. Paris will be back next time.